Bong bong.
Yow.
Bong bong. Welcome to the Bodycast. My name is Kovacetic, and with me today, special guest.
Oh, what's up? It's Polly Free.
Polly Free,
Yeah.
who is the owner and promoter and runner of
Freezer Burnt Battles
in Alberta. So very, very fun. We are, of course, the best podcast in the whole entire international culture of battle rap. You can find us on Reddit, Twitter, Instagram, all your favorite podcast platforms in the links below. It's the only place for fans to go for battle rap news from around the globe. Even though today we're pretty much just going to do a show about Canada. Lots of stuff happening in Canada. We said, a few episodes ago, feels like something's building up to some announcements happening in Canada, whether that's KOTD or otherwise. And definitely that is what it is about today. If you're here, say what's up. What's up?
Man, I've heard some titters about some amazing things that might be happening in the future for Canada. Yeah,
many titterings. So the thing about this show is it's a special show for people who are special, and if you're watching, that means you're special. Not everybody watches this show, so you're a very select few, probably like cream of the crop, the best of the best. You care about the international culture of battle rap, which is fucking some next level shit. You're a connoisseur here. What would you say, Polly? How would you?
I'd say if you listen to Bodycast, you actually give a shit about the community of battle rap worldwide.
Facts.
100%.
Yeah, and probably fairly attracactive as well. Probably very attractive.
You're probably the most handsome dude you've ever seen. Or no, you know what?
We get a lot.
We're all handsome. Doesn't matter.
It's a handsome woman, handsome man, everything.
You can be a handsome woman. You can be a handsome man. You can be a beautiful man, or you can be a beautiful woman.
And if you want to have more beauty that's clear, then
you gotta chill out with the community. Cheers.
No, I'm swinging a miss.
I didn't know what we were doing here.
I thought you had your own. Do you get your own?
Oh, I do have my own, okay. But it wouldn't have gone off of yours, I don't think.
No.
No, I stay up writing poems, brewing these tears. So
that's great. No, that's exactly what you're supposed to do. No, you nailed it. Okay. Stay up late night, brewing these tears. If you want to be a part of what we're doing in here, raise a glass and join us now for the community cheers. Let me cheers. Cheers. So hydrating, so refreshing. So important. Yeah, it's a choice. It's a very refreshing thing to, we all enjoy that together around the world. People in far off countries like Canada. Speaking of which, Canada, quite a busy week last week with two big announcements from some leagues on the East and West Coast. KOTD had a great drop. Madflex versus Mike P. And what else? I think CRB.
That was a crazy battle, man. I'm glad I watched that before doing this, because I'm a couple battles back on the KOT drops just from work. But that one, man, dang. Whew. Madflex is a legend.
Man, it's really impressive. I think that was maybe that was my favorite Madflex performance and the best I've ever seen. It was cool to see Mike P live. I've never seen Mike P live before. But yeah, I really felt like, here's some people who are really channeling Pat Stay, when you think about the battlers and who performed and who was really like open to the performance that would honor Pat. I felt like both of them did an extremely good job, as many people did on those two nights. But these guys especially, I felt, exemplified that mastery.
No, 100%. I think Mike P was just regular, not regular old Mike P, because that's not giving him the credit he deserves.
Mike regular P is a legend. Old Mike P. Paul, he's just regular Mike P. Set it up.
No. No way. But Madflex, yeah, he had one of the best performances I've ever seen him do. It was super clean, man.
Super clean. He was wearing that big ass coat. Yo, when he got up there, because it's fucking hot and I'm not on stage.
Yeah.
It's hot and I'm not on stage. It's hot and I'm not on stage. And I'm not wearing a big fucking jacket with a big fucking hoodie underneath. And he's up there in the lights. And it's like, doesn't even look like he's really sweating that much. He looks, and he's moving
Probably not, man.
around
He's
too.
athletic. He's so athletic. Isn't he a gym teacher?
No, that's real deal.
Okay, still, Madflex is like, man, he got muscles. He obviously hits the gym.
I'm sure. Okay. I don't know, but yes, he's doing quite a energetic job and channeling a lot of energy in a place that has a lot of energy and a lot of
I feel like
heat. And he was doing
what you were saying was with the Pat Stay thing too. He definitely channeled Pat. He channeled Pat a little bit better than Mike P did for sure. Like I feel like there was like definite moments where I was like, yo, if Pat Stay was in that room right now from watching it, he'd be fucking dying laughing. And it would just, you'd hear that voice, man, that big giant laugh from the background. Yeah. R.I.P. Yeah. Man. Long live Pat Stay. Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really, you know, whirlwind of emotions, especially this last year. It's been crazy. So yeah, definitely check that out. If you haven't subscribed, King of the Dot, you know, if you're here, you're already subscribed to King of the Dot. Yeah, fucking get the likes, get the thumbs up because KOTD's
man. Speaking of King of the Dot, the first battle I ever saw from King of the Dot, like this is how long I've been watching this for. If people don't know that, like I actually have been watching this for forever since I was a teenager. Was OZ versus Jack Shit, and they're like OZ in the street.
OZ, friend of the show.
And they're in the street in Vancouver. OZ is so wrecked. He doesn't really get any of his bars off, and it's like filmed on someone's phone or something. And I'm like, yo, Battlerap has come so far from there. But I remember that being the first battle I watched, and like that got me into it. So like now watching these people on these crazy high levels coming up with amazing multis and these haymakers and stuff, it's like, okay. Like I remember when Battlerap was just that funny stuff that like made me want to like be a part of it. And then you get to you get to the creativity level now where it's like super like high level writers, and like the mixture of both of those things together, I think is what makes Canada so fucking amazing, honestly.
And think about the future, right? How much further we have to go. Very exciting times. And you know, on that note, we'll say, you know, we'll transition to the announcement that happened from CRB just yesterday or the day before. Really exciting. They had some great graphics. Did you see that shit?
Yeah, that was the video thing that they put out.
Capital Rap Battles, and they're doing Heat Check.
Yeah, Heat Wave. Heat Check.
Heat Check.
Heat Check. That's right, because the other league is doing Heat Wave.
That's right.
Yes.
Those are two different events. Right. It's the
yes,
summer.
Two different events.
Shit's hot.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Heat check yourself before you get caught in a heat wave. But they're doing a title match between Xavier and
is it Mac?
Ooh, I caught you.
You know I posted the video too. That's the worst part about that, man. It's no Xavier versus somebody he's already battled before. I know that. Crap. 1 second. You make me pull this up, Cope. The worst part is that I actually shared it to like 3 different platforms and I don't even know.
NBS.
Oh, nobody special, bro. Of course it's NBS, man. That is Mac. Mac has Hazen Wheeler. NBS.
NBS stands for nobody special?
Yeah, nobody special. But that's his name on Facebook is Mac, so I was right. Never mind.
That's a cool name. I like that. I didn't know
that dude, NBS nobody special. Super nice guy. When I met him out in CRB, man, it was funny because when I went out there to battle Dirty B, everyone expected me to just get destroyed because I don't have good footage out. No one's seen what I can do. And then I went there and it was great. And NBS was one of the people that came up to me after and he was like, man, that was really surprising. I was not expecting that. And I was like, yeah, man, like you're a nice dude too. And I like your stuff. he's a nice man. Like, nice
no
dude.
Bullshit.
Xavier can rap though. Xavier can rap. I heard he just had a crazy battle yesterday.
Cool. In the Tagalog League?
Bars of Death. Bars of Death.
Oh, is it English speaking?
Yeah, Bars of Death is out in Niagara Falls, man.
Right.
Yeah. He battled Big Dubs yesterday.
Trippy Hippie versus Bossman on that one.
That's right. And
Very
Lil
cool.
Ma versus AJ.
Very cool.
Apparently, we all have to start calling her Big Ma because she apparently did really well against AJ.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Good for her. Man,
Yeah.
look at that. Canadian battle rap just popping up all over.
It's crazy, man.
It's wild. Let's keep it moving. Because CRB, they did that announcement for title match. Should be
Xavier versus MBS. Yeah.
highly anticipated. But also followed it up. Pow, pow, pow. Co-main event. Johnny Knox versus Final Word.
Final Word, that's right. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be insane.
Super fire. I saw Johnny Knox recently versus Wendigo.
That was great.
I think it was debatable.
That was a great battle, though.
But yeah, I think that, I immediately told him afterwards, because there was some shit in the third where Wendigo was taking off his shirts. He did that.
I saw that. Yeah.
And like it felt like it didn't end well for Johnny, because the crowd is distracted. They're not following his punches. He's saying some crazy shit too. But the thing that, I told him, and I think Pat told him too, and, he's tight with Pat. And Johnny's, phenomenal talent, but
amazing.
I think he underrates his humor, as lots of battlers do, is they underrate how good they can be with a joke.
Johnny doesn't understand how funny he is. He does not understand how funny he is.
Facts. Every joke that he dropped in that battle got a big reaction from the crowd. Like, so he knows, he can have them. But it was just, I think with the Wendy battle just went a little sideways. And I'm excited to see what he takes from that and really channels into a battle with Final Word.
Man, that's gonna be Final, somebody that just a good homie of mine too, that I always like try to shout out and stuff, but I can't. Yeah, love that guy.
He's been working really hard too. Like, Final Word has been grinding for a number of years now, just like from the bottom of cards, just making his name known, doing really well, being consistent. And he writes really well. He writes and performs well. He deserves.
And he's hilarious. He's hilarious, man. Like, if you're in the room with that guy and he's performing, like, because his demeanor when he's just chilling, it's kind of just like he's a calm person and he doesn't really like, unless you know him, you're not really gonna get much out of him. But when he's battling and he actually like gives you that like comedy and like those like facial expressions where he's actually like, yo, that man is very talented for sure. I like him a lot, man. And then obviously Johnny is just. He's probably one of the best from Alberta. I'd give him, like, active right now, definitely top 5.
1,000% yes.
Definitely top 5. Like, that's not no doubt in my mind.
It's like, I don't even know what the order is right now.
I don't know the order. Well, no, I'd say the order for me are we talking Albertan rap, is Pat's number 1.
Right.
Because that's just based on literally where he gets
booked. But, the thing about Alberta, too, we want to get into that. Is there's a long history there, and we're in what would you say? There's another rebuild phase that's happening.
Oh, it's a total rebuild phase right now. It's
so, got a lot of work, and that's cool because there's a lot of talent and there's a lot of passion out there. So
100%.
Really excited to see what happens there. But speaking of announcements and things that have happened, Set the Bar dropped their summer cards, looking spicy.
Man, there's some crazy matches.
This is Heat Wave, so this will be a month. This is like a few weeks away, actually. This will be a month before Heat Check. Heat Check in Ottawa is going to be July. Heat Wave, who's opening this card? My guy,
it's your boy Polly Free, and Aaron. I'm excited for that, man. Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited for this one.
Yeah,
I'm like 2.5 rounds written.
Oh, yeah?
No, bro.
Aaron's had an interesting sort of trajectory. His battle with Ill Cause. It was like a compliment battle. Yeah, that went off really well. And he got a lot of love for that. And I was hoping that that would translate to some more energy from him. And then Trippy Hippie came in. Trippy Hippie had a fucking great performance, and Aaron,
he's a talent.
He's just fucking right there. I've always said he's got all the tools. He's got everything he needs, and I hope that he really fucking comes really at your throat, because this is your debut in Vancouver, isn't it?
So do I. Yeah, so this will be my debut in Vancouver. This year it'll be Toronto. I've done Toronto, Ottawa, now Edmonton, and then Van. And I think that I'm done for the year after this one.
That's a lot.
Unless, well, no, I might be doing something in September. for the Freezer Burn, but we'll see. I don't really like battling on. I don't want to battle on my own league. The only reason that I did with like we just had a drop today with me and Barjay versus Repression. Repression's opponent had travel issues, and me and Barjay stepped in like literally last minute, and that's the only reason that happened. So I think it's better when you don't battle on your own league. That's just me, but
sure, I know. I think it's very difficult to manage, a battle career and another league. But that's really cool to see that you have popped out to all these different places in Canada.
Oh yeah, man.
Like you're really well connected, and I think that speaks to the overall community that we have now. In that almost like because it's like more, there's more leagues, there's like more cooperation. It's like back before when it was just KOTD, Smoked Out, and Beast Mode. It was like Toronto is their thing, Vancouver is their thing, and nary the twain shall meet. And now it's like, well, Vancouver's got its own thing, Kelowna's got a thing going, Alberta's got its thing, Winnipeg's doing its thing. Like I feel like there's more of us, and maybe that brings us together more. I don't know.
I honestly think there's more of a realization too now. I don't know if it's post-COVID or what, maybe because of travel restrictions that happened for forever, but it seems like people will understand that. Because I asked everybody's. This sounds funny, but I asked permission to all the other league owners that I knew of before I started Freezer Burn because I didn't want to step on toes. And pretty much everyone said, no, you need Alberta to have a league so that they have that place in between Ontario and BC and that people can go to without having to fly all the way across the country. And I was like, yeah, that makes total sense. So like for me going to set the bar, I only have to go to BC. It's like a 1 hour flight. But when I go to Toronto or Ottawa, it's like, it's a pain in the butt.
That's a bitch.
It really is. Yeah, it's not fun. So it's just nice having that league in Alberta and the Manitoba league that like they have leagues, but they seem to not last very long, unfortunately. Since I lived there, it's been like 5-6 different battle leagues.
It's incredibly difficult to maintain a consistency, and people have no idea, especially like because it's a skill set that's not usually for artists, and artists are the ones who are most often forced into those roles.
This is true.
When Willie was running the division here in Vancouver, he's like high, functioning mathematical.
He's so smart.
He's extremely good business person, knows all that shit.
He actually has reached out to me a couple times since I started Freezer Burn just to give me advice. Like he's really nice guy.
Like,
super
intelligent. Our division just flourished like under his leadership because he had those skills. So anybody who's running a league and is able to, have a little bit of those skills or be able to dip into a little bit of that is going to have success. But it takes a lot of work and it takes a lot of time.
Yeah. Spent all day yesterday editing a battle video that's 10 minutes long.
Man, I mean, baby steps, though. You can see even with Set the Bar, when Set the Bar started, it was during the pandemic. And it was video battles, and Copacetic versus Crumpet was the top battle on the channel for a long time because it's really good and you should watch it if you get the chance.
I will.
But now, they're spending a lot of time developing and they're spending a lot of time, bridging gaps, bringing people towards Vancouver and making that web of community, making that strong. Now they're, we see in this card, this big card, but they're having a really good year where they're putting out good content, and the best battles are the most high viewed battles is not me versus Crumpet, which is a great battle, but Ellipsis versus Joey Gambello, which is a fucking incredible battle.
That's the most viewed one right now?
Yeah.
That was an incredible battle. Yeah. That was great.
Totally. So like, it's only been 2-3 years, but that steady growth has turned into results, and that results is, we had fucking disaster out at the last event.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. I saw him there sitting on the stage rolling fucking joints.
It was so dope. It was so surreal. Like he really, really cares. He really gives a shit about this shit, and it's beautiful.
You can tell though, and that's good though, and that's the kind of people you want to surround this industry and league with. Like that's
my mom,
man. He's that's awesome. That's so awesome, dude. We love Willie. Oh man.
Pause though.
Jeez, man. And you were talking about like the development thing. That's the hardest thing as being a league owner, just starting out, man, is like we did this card, and pretty much now I kind of know where people are at, like, so I can book for the future. But doing the first card, it was really hard to figure out who I should put against each other, asking all this help from other battlers. You know, everybody has their own opinions and stuff like that, so you can only take everything with a little bit of a grain of salt unless you really know that person knows what they're talking about. Yeah, it's interesting. It takes time, man. It's going to take a couple years before we probably know if we can even have a championship or anything like that.
Oh, yeah, that's way down the line for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, putting your team together, building the culture, building the atmosphere of inclusion for young artists to develop their craft in a safe place, in a safe environment where they can be among their peers. This is the pivotal, the most important thing that we can do as promoters, and in building the culture. And it's really dope. But let's fucking get back on this.
Let's
card.
talk about the Set the Bar card.
This
one's Heat Wave.
Heat Wave.
Okay.
Heat Wave.
Thank you.
Nexi versus Bruskin 40.
Who is Bruskin 40?
Now, this is a guy who's an iBattle guy.
Okay.
He's like a New England-ish area who I used to watch back in the day. He was who's he tight with? He's tight with some guys that fuck, I don't even remember, man. But like, I was keeping tabs on the New England scene, obviously, because they have a scene going out there.
Oh yeah.
And he moved to Seattle recently, so he hit me up and he's like, "What kind of battles are we doing out west?" And I'm like, "100%, you got to come up here."
That's super close to you guys, eh? Seattle's only just across the border.
Oh yeah. We do a lot of we have a lot of Washington guys come up.
That's dope.
But yeah, so super psyched for him to make his debut in Vancouver. He's an experienced battle rapper. He kind of reminds me of Nexi in that they both have lots of experience.
Sweet. Awesome. Are they both kind of comedic like that too?
Yeah, Bruskin's more of a bar guy. He's more of a rapping guy. But
Nuxi's just funny.
And he's been on a tear lately.
Yes, he has. His last few battles have been amazing, honestly.
Really good battles. He feels like he's really comfy. He's got a lot of confidence. He's punching. He's joking really well. Like, I really hope that this builds momentum for him, because like I've seen a new Nuxie here in the last few battles, and it's
if he keeps on with the consistency, level,
right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Facts. Shine 9 versus Wise Guy.
That's gonna
gotta have a battle that rhymes.
Maltese for days, boys.
Real.
Oh geez.
Yeah. Interesting to see how that turns out. I think there's a secret battle as well.
Really?
Told, so they
interesting.
Set the Bar's been doing secret battles, which is kind of fun and awesome.
It's cool, yeah.
Fuck it. Andre Anthem versus Stevie P. A little bit of backstory to this one.
Did they have beef?
Set the beef. It's Set the Burger. Let's go.
Finish your burgers. There's starving children in Africa.
They tried to beat me. And we had a burger competition after last event, and nobody could beat me. And it was like,
I believe you.
Unbelievable, right? Wow.
You look at your jawline. Look at your jawline. You're like a snake. Yeah.
Pause. But
resume.
Yeah, so the thing about Andre Anthem is that his last battle was a headline versus Barjay. He was coming out of retirement. It was a really big deal.
I watched that battle, and Andre had a really hard time, and you could tell he was not having, like, he personally was hurting from that. You could see it in his face, man.
Yeah, because he's a really, really talented battler, and
he is. He's amazing.
Pushing him before that battle happened, like, oh, yo, take Andre serious. He's a fucking threat. He can do this. He can do that. So when he fucking was a little unprepared, took the wind out of the sails. But if he can come back,
Barjay's really good. He's talented, very smart individual.
Sure,
hanging out with him when he came out here.
For sure.
No, he's consistent.
But Andre, he has a chance at redemption here versus Stevie P. Cool to see Stevie in the ring again. This seems like it's going to be a fun battle. It's not like super intense or anything like that. But eyes are on Andre. Did you prepare? Are you ready?
Stevie's pretty freaking amazing though, man. Like, if Andre doesn't come prepared, then Stevie's gonna wash it. That's why it'll be very. You're right. That'll be interesting.
Yeah. Anything You got to come prepared, 100%. You got. And
yeah.
Uncle Buzz coming out from Toronto.
That's crazy, bro. Uncle Buzz is
Super
coming.
dope.
I love that dude. He's so
Really
good.
dope. Yeah, and I love this match versus Creative. Really, really dope match.
That's gonna be
Creative in a minute.
Funny as hell. Oh,
I think Creative battled details on Surreal's event on the island. So there's another.
Is that Yo Hub City Raps?
Yeah, Yo Hub City.
Yeah.
Raps.
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
So
that's right.
So he did. Shut my mouth. He did battle recently, but looking for Creative to have a big splash. I think he got a number of good matches last year with mixed results, and I know that he's one of the best that we have in BC. So really looking forward to him staking his claim in the top 5.
Is it him and Nuxie? Are they cousins or brothers? I've never understood that part.
I don't know, and I don't think they're going to tell us.
They're awesome. That's what they are.
They are. Facts.
Yes.
Facts. I think they like people guessing.
Yeah.
But yeah, a great match. Really excited for that one. Mike Wild versus So Severe.
Dude, Mike Wild has been going insane lately. That guy scares me. I would never take battles. Someone was like, "Do you want to battle Mike?" No, I'm good. His last 2. Who did he battle in
Final
BVB?
Word, and that was his last battle. Was Final Word, and then Pet for STB.
Pet STB. That was crazy, bro.
Yeah,
that was crazy. I haven't seen him versus Final Word yet. That just came out, didn't it?
I don't think that's come out yet.
I have the Patreon, so technically it's out for me.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So Mike Wild, his return to battle rap in BC has been enormously.
His writing, man.
Enormous impact as soon as he has entered the fold again, and we're way stronger now with him taking these battles. And So Severe is a huge presence in battle rap, just a huge. He's all over the place battling. He's going to be battling this weekend in the Crucible in URL.
What league is So Severe technically affiliated with?
He's not. He's sort of a.
He's not. He's just one of those guys that goes everywhere.
Yeah, which is really dope. Because,
I like that.
He goes and sees the world and battle raps and does jiu-jitsu. He's a fucking super impressive human being, and his volume is crazy. His energy and his volume is shit that it rocks the building. You'll hear it from outside.
Crazy.
Yeah, no, it's insane. It's him and Disaster, the 2 people.
I was gonna say he's got the Disaster level energy,
where you don't have to hear anything; you can feel their battling.
That's wild.
So that's gonna be dope. But I think Mike Wild is a better puncher, and I'm really excited to see what he does with this because he's one of the best.
That battle is gonna be loud, bro. Super loud. Everybody's just gonna have to shut up.
If he can, keep up with that will be huge. But the thing about going against a loud guy is that you sometimes you can't help but be lower energy. Franchise will overpower you with his energy.
That's what I was gonna say. Franchise is one of those guys too who's loud and he gets in your face and I've seen
Poe Rich is that. I
keep forgetting everybody's names. Who did he battle in KOTD? Because I actually watched that battle and his opponent looked shook the whole time. Yeah, Saint looked shook the whole time. Yeah. So and at Franchise he had his writing was awesome, but it wasn't the craziest battle of that event for sure. And I thought that Saint's writing was actually really, really close to his.
They had really the energy levels, I think, for that one.
Okay.
But Franchise is ridiculous, super talented.
Oh yeah.
But that's a fact. When you have energy and you can use that against your opponent, that's a real strategic move. And
I remember when I battled Mac the Mad Hatter and almost pooped my pants when he started screaming in my face.
He's a very loud guy, and Mac has a great ability to understand what the crowd wants, and he caters his when you think of somebody who writes really good bars, there's bars that are really complex, bars that are really intelligent, or bars that connect with the most people in the audience.
Yeah.
And Mac is really good at that. So it's a very deadly combination. But yeah, what are we saying here? The fucking main event.
Oh, Arcane versus Jisho.
Show in the house.
Wow, bro. Like,
so-
I've never seen Jisho live, so I'm freaking blessed to be in the building for
let's
this. I am
go.
so excited. And Arcane
so
too.
much
I've never
fun.
met him, but I've talked to Arcane on the phone quite a few times.
Yeah. That's the thing about this one is like with Jisho, it's sort of like strap yourself in. You're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna watch some Jisho battles. We're gonna laugh. We're gonna get some crazy bars that we never thought of before, and we're gonna have a good time.
Yeah, he's so creative.
He's really
so him and Ellipsis. I say him and Ellipsis are probably like when it comes to creative writing of bars that I have never heard before. They're probably my two favorites that have battled out there.
And it's funny because years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, I booked Ellipsis versus Arcane.
Oh man!
For my summer event,
Crazy.
Inferno, and yeah, and fuck, that was great. It was such a battle, like maybe one of the best battles I've ever booked. I think probably it's a short list, but it's there. And the whole idea was here's a fucking champ, Arcane, and here's this young up-and-comer, Ellipsis. Yo, what's up, Censored? What's up, G? Bung bung.
Gorillas.
And could he handle the champion's presence and everything like that? And we thought, Ellipsis is going to smoke him because fucking it's Ellipsis. He smokes everybody. He's beat literally everybody.
Yeah, but it's Arcane.
Like, who's beat Ellipsis? And Arcane comes in and absolutely shuts it down. He does all the classic things. He does them to a really exceptional level. He performs really well. He controls the crowd really well. He's kind of like a 10 all-round battler. Has all of the moves, has all of the technique.
Oh yeah.
And
like if there was a Battlerap Hall of Fame, Arcane would 100% be 100%. In the Battlerap Hall of Fame. Like,
we'll get cracking on that. Bodycast Hall of Fame. Woo!
Word. There you go.
But it's really exciting because sort of the same narrative is playing up here. Jisho's one of the best talents in Canada.
Yeah.
And here is, the champ who's got to show him how it's supposed to be done. Show with the Jisho how it's supposed to be. Oh, came up with that. He's gonna show him how it's supposed to be.
He's gonna show him how it's done. Nice.
That's the joke. So yeah, extremely fun and exciting and narrative packed episode event. Help me out here.
Episode event. Battle event. Heat wave.
And fuck, man, just so much stuff happening. Expect to hear stuff about KOTD moving forward. Just Canada.
Yeah. There's some interesting stuff going on in Canada behind the scenes. That.
I wanted to say, Billboard versus Bully dropped as well, and I think that's CRB.
That I watched. That was awesome. Billboard. I wish he could have got 100% 3 clean rounds off because he was cooking. But great battle, awesome back and forth, hilarious. Always fun watching two giant men talk shit to each other.
Yeah, Bully's great. I've been a fan of Bully's for a long time. I like his energy. I like the shit he says. And Billboard is really, I think, underrated. He knows how to put punches together.
He's another guy with really creative writing. Actually, he knows. Yeah, that's what he knows how to put punches together. Like freaking.
That's the thing that surprises
one of the favorite things. I love Pokemon. So one of my favorite things I remember Billboard ever saying was like, "I'll arch your spine when I spark the 9, like Arcanine or something." And I was like, "Oh snap! This man can write." Like,
it's one of those things where he could easily use his physicality to dominate somebody in the ring.
100%.
He's actually has a great mind for writing bars.
Yeah, he's very intelligent man. Yeah.
I think that's Capital Rap Battles. Check that out.
CRB. That is CRB. Yeah.
Next weekend. Easy to Block Captains doing the trenches if you're in Philadelphia. That's his first event for
Philly.
His new Gutta City. And match day 3 is in London. It's Tony D versus Moke.
Crazy.
We didn't really touch on much outside of Canada. There was some stuff that happened. Frost versus Villain dropped. You should check that out. some other shit just dropped. I'm not super paying attention.
I'm not super paying attention.
Oh,
I know the homie Lockhart just had a battle drop. I don't know which league that is though, but it's one of the ones in the States too.
America.
So
So we'll cover that next week. But thanks everybody for tuning in. Remember to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Click the like and subscribe button everywhere is what some people say, but I wouldn't say that because it's really up to you.
Click the like and subscribe button. It's good for you. It'll make you healthier. It'll make your mind more happy. It'll put hair in your chest. That's why I'm so hairy.
and we'll catch you guys next week. Bong. Bong.
Bing bong.
This is where Pat do his